Hi everyone, I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be one on motherhood, or rather a lesson that I learned during motherhood. So if you're not a mother or if you're not a new parent, please do still stick around because I feel like there is still something that you can gain from this conversation. Let's talk about it. We're approaching my son's second birthday, which is going to be in August, and naturally I've been reminiscing on those first few months together, those newborn stages. Right now we're at the toddler stage, and I'm like, how did we get here? And one of the things I was thinking about is when I stopped breastfeeding my son, and I was really trying to remember like what were the reasons I stopped. And for a split second, I thought that my decisions were influenced by the opinions of other people because at the time, everyone was a pediatrician, everyone was a baby specialist, everyone had an opinion on something, and it was coming from all directions, and it was overwhelming at the time. And when I thought that my decision was influenced by other people, I felt this overwhelming sense of guilt, this overwhelming sense of regret, because I was like, how could I let other people dictate what's going on with me and my child, especially if I think that this is the best thing for my child? After giving it some thought though, I did end up realizing that it was a lot more of a personal decision and it had nothing to do with the influence of other people. And that realization gave me the reassurance that that was the best decision for our family at the time. Now, this whole experience had me thinking, people do tend to give you their opinions about school, about work, about life, about parenthood. And I personally haven't felt any pressure to really follow anyone's opinions up until I reached motherhood. I don't know what it was, but something was different. I felt like kind of like a kid again, like I needed to be retaught certain things because it was kind of the first times where I felt like I know nothing. I've gone into a school space and thought, I can figure this out. I've gone into a workspace and thought I could figure this out. But when it came to motherhood, it was just brand new to me. And not for 1 second did I think I could figure this out. So this is the one time in my life that I felt I had to listen to the opinions of other people. Mainly because I thought I had no idea what I was doing. But at the end of the day, does anyone really? Like, it's all trial and error, and it's all based off of your child. I have spoken to some parents who say they raised their first child like this and they had to do things completely different with their second child because it's a whole different person. Now, like I said in the beginning of this video, this is a lesson that I personally learned in motherhood, but I believe that it can resonate with life in general. And for me, the lesson was that people will always have opinions. People will always try to maybe even help you by telling you the way that they did things in hopes that you do them and they work out for you the same. But unfortunately, everyone's journey is different. And at the end of the day, you know your journey. Bringing this to motherhood, you know your child, you know your family, you know your family's journey. So you know where to lead your family, right? You can't just listen to the next person just because they did it this way. Because at the end of the day, like, maybe you're not trying to even get to where they're trying to get to. Not to say where they are or where they're trying to get to is better or worse. It's just that's not where you're trying to get to, right? So just be reassured in the fact that you're making the right decision for you. You know what you're trying to do. No one else does. You could sit with someone and tell them your plan word for word, and they still wouldn't be able to see your vision. So never listen to, well, not never listen to other people's opinions, but take other people's opinions with a grain of salt. Apply them where they apply and discard them where they don't, because like I said, it's your journey. And I don't think anyone wants to look back on their journey and have any regrets. I've spoken to older people in their 70s and their 80s, who say when they look back at their lives, they have absolutely no regrets. And I used to wonder how that was even possible. Like, you've lived all these years, how do you not have at least just one thing that you regret? But now I'm starting to think that it's because they lived life for them. They based their life decisions off of them. At the end of the day, you have to trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust your intuition, and trust that you are doing the best for you. Other people's opinions come in handy. Like I said, take them with a grain of salt, use them where you can, and discard them where you don't need them. So if you're a mommy sitting out there wondering whether to listen to people's opinions or to go with your gut instinct, all I have to say to you is think about life from a year from now, 2 years from now. Will you look back at the decision that you made and regret it because it was based off of other people's opinions that you probably didn't even understand how they came to those opinions? Or will you feel justified and reassured that you made the best decision for you and your child in that moment? Now, be it right or wrong, at the end of the day, you could make a decision that you look back on and you're like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But you can make peace with it in your heart, knowing that your intentions were good. However, if you take someone else's opinion, you don't know what their intentions were. You don't know what their backings were. You don't know why they gave you this opinion. So trust yourself. Do what you think is right, mama. See you guys in my next video.